Looks like it went, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
068.
Yep.
How do you think the slurp would do to pick up clams?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pick them up and drop them off. Unless
Way on the suction jar. I mean the flush jar. You want a live one?
yeah, a live one, and there's a live one. There's that live one that's right at the border between the gray.
Yeah.
There's also a. You can just.
You can zoom right in there.
Let me flush it. Flushing.
Let's
Maybe.
see.
How about the ones closer? They look a little smaller.
So
right,
the smaller one might go up the flush. You want to suck them in to a sample jar or try and pick them up?
If we can suck them into a sample jar, that'd be great. But I'm worried that, do you think they'd get stuck?
It's
Always a possibility.
always a possibility. Depends on how big they are. I can't really say so I pick one up.
Are there those, do you mean the smaller ones by the gray that you're interested in?
Yeah.
Or? So not that one, but the smaller ones further down?
Sort of straight down right next to the...
Oh yeah, those might go. We should probably move it to a sample jar and see what, move it to a jar and see what happens.
Yeah, jar 1.
Sure.
Jar 1.
Yeah. Give us full power. Is that
Full power?
the porch is retracted, is it?
It is. Full power?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we want them to go through. We don't want them to have a holiday. There's one.
Well,
Yep.
It's in,
Okay.
yeah, it's in there.
Stop
There's
there.
also a scale worm.
Turn it off.
I did.
Scale worm and a clam. You want another one?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Two
full
more, that'd be
power.
great.
I think you went.
How many do we want?
Yeah, 3, please.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, turn it off there. See what we got. I saw the blast of dirt come through.
Oh,
That looks
Empty
like
shell.
one empty shell. Oh,
and a scale worm.
scale worm.
Just get all of them.
Yeah, turn it back on.
Shell was closed.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't verify he was a live guy for it.
Looked pretty alive. The other one was.
There is two.
There's
Okay,
that
stop.
one.
I'll stop.
Had we only gotten 2 so far? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Okay.
Yeah, I think the first one we picked must have been an empty shell.
Cool.
No,
So
the first one we picked was a closed shell. The second
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe there's one still in the hose.
I'd say be on the safe side.
Yeah, let's try and blast it again.
and if that one is empty, we do want a third, right, Andrew? Or a
Yes.
fourth, rather.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh.
that's not good.
Nothing came out.
No.
Okay, I can see a live one there, so I think the first one must have been empty.
Those 2 are both live. Should we try and grab them both? Oh, he said bye.
He's running away. Okay, go full power.
Nice.
The other guy trying to dig down. There
Yep,
he's
just
in.
came through, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this guy's alive. Should have got him. Yep.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
All right, that is done.
I can switch back to flush jar now. So is that it for dredging here? I mean suction?
Yeah, let's have that be it for dredging and suction. Now let's go do some exploring since we have some birds in the hand.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That was great. Thank you for that.
Pleasure. Of course, now the minute behaves beautifully. So off to somewhere.
Yeah. We could scale this not very large mound.
So I'd like
run through gauges real quick.
Yeah,
Go
right.
ahead, Andrew. Sorry.
Why don't we head over to the GC site deep J-_2.
Okay.
Which is essentially due west. It's a little north due west.
285.
Let's look around here while
Yeah.
we're waiting for the ship to go.
Okay, I'm going to go 285 in 40-meter steps.
Copy.
Bridge now. .50-meter step bearing 285. Thank you.
Excuse me. .285, you said?
Yeah. But while we have the leash, wouldn't be harmful to.
What's that?
Said while we have the leash, it wouldn't be harmful to go
Just do a
around.
strafing run around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Well,
So
at least there are a lot of clam beds.
Yeah.
that's the direction we came from, right?
Yeah, I'm just, while we have a tether, I'm going to do a quick zoom through the field here. And
Great.
Got pretty lucky though, that patch.
trying to write my initials on the nav screen.
This mound seems kind of benign as far as
Yeah, figure 8.
slopes go. Oh, there's a coral. Okay. Looks like a black coral.
Oh yeah, and then we went to look at the black coral.
Yeah, that was a different black coral. So we had the Bathypathes earlier, and I think that one was a Chrysopathes.
Bathypathes is the only one I know.
Heteropathes is the one I like to remember. Chrysopathes. All right.
Back to my own disc cloud.
Pacific flatnose just went by.
That was the equivalent of an ROV burnout.
Donuts.
Full power around the parking lot.
Yeah. It's actually kind of impressive how much USBL deviation I'm seeing right now.
Don't do it.
So that's the Bathypathes again. It looks like a feather plume.
Thanks for the narration, Erica.
Zoom in a little bit there if you want.
Yes, please. We're waiting for the ship to move, right?
Yeah, we
Roger.
are.
Yep.
Dusk storm catching up. Off we go. Sorry.
I do not have a species name for that one. We're just going, we're still working on a lot of the black corals. Meredith, who's been on several dives, is doing a lot of the DNA, and we're trying to sort these guys out.
I think when Argus starts to go, you'll be going half a knot. So I'm kind of, if we have to stop for any purpose, I'm a bit
Copy.
wary to either start.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. They hung on.
Sure. Oh, it's a bouncy auto altitude there.
Yeah, and there's somebody's asking questions about the Bathypathes, and they just discovered or named a new one within the last couple years that has polyps along the center stalk, not just on the frills off to the side. So they look kind of the same, but you have to look at that center stalk to see whether there's polyps on it or not to identify that one. I think that's the Heteropathes, but I wish Meredith here were here to correct me.
Some more carbonate rocks, right?
Looks like it.
And more carbonate and a lot of anemones on it.
Yeah. And maybe the occasional white clam? Is that what that is?
So it's definitely an area of prolonged seepage over time.
Ooh.
Can we do a frame grab there, please?
Yep, got it.
Do you want to target?
No target.
No target.
Actually, can we zoom in on that soft coral that we're going by right now that's just off the basket?
The black coral?
Black coral?
Sure. Okay.
That big crab on top?
Yeah, Roger. Let's back up a little there. Okay, video, you can zoom there.
Cute little squat lobster.
Can we kill the lasers, please?
Kill the lasers, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Do a little wave for us.
Can we pan just a little bit to the right so the coral's in the left-hand third of the screen, please?
Sure. Say when.
When?
What kind of coral's that in the back? A weird mushroom-looking
Mushroom
coral?
I can't see your camera at the moment, Andrew. Is that far enough?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's great.
That's the, excuse me, the heteropolypus
Cool.
with all of the polyps out, and then there's a flytrap anemone behind that.
Frame capture, and thank you, that's great. Can we put the lasers back on and keep on going on our merry way?
Roger.
What kind of anemone was that?
We call them Venus flytrap anemones because of the way they fold over, but they're hormathiid.
Was that HORM?
Typing.
Cool,
I'll
thanks.
type it in.
So Chris Little has been asking about some of the provontid gastropods that we see, which are the ones that we find in the mats, and they're fairly speciose and found at seeps widely. I also asked about it if we find any solemide clams here. The main one we find is Acrorax. The problem with finding it is it tends to be too deep to see on ROVs, so you just sort of stumble upon it often in cores or samples that you've taken when you think you're getting away from a seep. And occasionally you also will see them, their dead carcasses just laying on the surface, but they're very hard to find and sample on purpose, but we do get them by accident.
Okay.
What were these?
Gonna do
The
another
solo-
step.
Sure.
Solemide clams.
Solemide clams.
It's a nice crab right there underneath the coral.
Yeah.
One more step, 50 meters, bearing 285.
Does that look like a tanner crab?
It does look like a tanner crab to me.
Yeah.
And there's a thorny head in the background as well. Actually,
Another
two of them.
Anthomastus. Or, I mean, heteropolypus.
Oh, Anthromastus was so much easier to say.
I know.
Yeah,
I like that one better. And I have this picture in my head of the Anthomastus, and I don't know.
We'll bring it back.
Great. Keep going whenever the ship and
Yeah.
Argus allow us to.
Copy organ.
It's cool to see so much settlement on these carbonate rocks.
Yeah, that's always one of the sort of the things that seeps do that they don't get all the credit for, is by creating all this hard substrate. Really changes the biodiversity down there. Is that a snailfish?
The one that just went through?
Yeah.
I'm bad with fish. But
I
those
didn't
were
get a good look at
rockfish.
him.
Little dead clams here.
Yeah. Tanner crab.
Can we zoom a little wider on the camera, please? Thank you.
Your camera's capturing as well, right, Andrew?
Now my camera needs some
Oh,
attention on the surface.
okay.
Do we get to pop it open again, Andrew, or is that something you can do on deck with the
It's a pop it open.
sweet? I wanted to pay more attention to that next time.
Great. Well, conveniently, here's an opportunity. Come out.
I'm gonna go visit the visit those guys when I get home.
Yeah, it's nice bunch of people that build that camera housing and set it up.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, it's interesting background that they have there.
So are we just exploring around this area then?
I'm just kind of lateraling while I following the substrate here while the ship catches up.
Sweet.
Great.
Following my nose. Or the white patches, one or the other. I'm not sure one.
Like there's lots of random clamshells,
Yeah.
which can mean that there used to be a more active seep, and then as the seep died, the clams wandered off to find more active seepage. But if there's no active seepage, they just turn into this clam graveyard.
Wandered off.
Wandered off. Oh, there's some nice carbonate chunks ahead of us.
Do
Oh.
crabs ever take the shells from, like, I guess it wouldn't really benefit them. They could eat it in situ. They wouldn't really need to take them away from the site.
So I'm gonna have to turn back to the north. Been following this to the south for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know of any decorator crabs that cover themselves with clam shells.
I think you meant to eat them, right?
Yeah,
Rennie?
just to eat them.
They probably just
Oh.
eat them there.
Yeah, I wouldn't see a reason to take it away. There's a site with a bit of clams, right?
Yeah, can you mark this site as a clam site, please?
Yeah, there's like a little mat-ish.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Sorry.
That's okay. It
Right
wasn't
in
big
front
enough
of me.
big enough to stop.
Kind of at the south end of my leash here. I need to come to the north.
What's that coral?
Another black coral, but
That one?
is that the
Really?
chrysopathes?
I believe that's the chrysopathes.
Cool. I missed that one earlier.
There's the taller orange one, and then there's a smaller white one. So maybe if we get a chance, when we stop somewhere, we can grab a snip
Which one?
of either of those two bushy black corals. I'm looking at the list, and they're both on it. So
Oh, cool.
Great. We're outside of the sanctuary as well, so we have all the permits we need to do that.
Some more clams here.
That
There's
looks
some
like a nice
Little
clam area.
patch.
You wanna stop for a look?
Let's just zoom in for a look.
Right there.
I'll mark it.
Is that one of the
You can
corals
zoom
off
in
to
there,
the right?
video.
no, that's the bathypathes.
So the ones we're looking for are both varieties of the chrysopathes, you said?
The orange one I believe is the chrysopathes, and I'm not sure what the littler white ones are.
Oh, okay.
Whiter ones. So that's kind of why I'd be
Looks like
interested in grabbing a
Those are,
chunk for Meredith.
those are very pretty anemones.
Yeah, they are. All right, I got captures.
Okay, moving on.
Great. Yeah, small white microbial mat there, mostly dead clamshells.
Good for another step.
Do we have a name on those anemones?
Sure. I'm still behind, I think.
Okay, I can wait, but
No,
takes a bit. Bridge now.
mosey on. By the time it gets going, I'll be out there.
Can we go a little bit to the, probably 11 o'clock to see if that's a big, or the microbial mat? Other way.
50 meters, bearing
Left.
285.
Left. A little more left. A little more left.
Ah.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to
3 patches, possibly.
I don't
belay
want to.
that step.
If we can just do a marker here, column microbial mat.
Yeah, is it something you want to get back to or just a marker?
Might want to get back to it. Depends what else we see.
Okay. It's risky. I'll
Um,
tell them not to DVL reset, so we'll just, that'll be a bit easier then.
are we in the middle of a move right now?
Yes?
Yep.
Would you like to
Okay.
stop it? Or?
I'm good with that. I don't think that'll be someplace that we need to come back to, but
Okay,
I
I'll
just wanted
I'll
to-
keep him so that from resetting, so we'll be able to drive back on our path.
Great.
As long as we don't have any.
What was the name that, or what was that called?
It's microbial mat. Do you want me to call it a number of any kind?
Maybe let's
Yeah,
number
how
them.
about microbial mat number 1?
Gotcha.
Cryptically, or we could call it A or B if you like letters better.
That first one that we sampled at, I just had microbial mat. Maybe I should name that A. And this one's B.
It's really nice to be at a good seep
I
site.
know.
This is lovely.
It's interesting. Is this probably where we're at now later in the succession stage where there a lot of carbonate rocks have built up and now there kind of is mostly hash and and a lot of settlement?
Yeah, so this would be exactly, so it'd be far along in the
Oh.
successional stage
Old one.
of the seep. It doesn't mean that it's not active, it just means that it's got more diversity of habitat. Like
Quite a big clam.
This is really pretty right here.
Yeah.
Dead clam.
Are these some of those coral, Erica?
Yes, they are.
Is
So
this
there's
a spot?
the orange one at 3 o'clock and then the white. Yeah, if there's time and we're not in the
I can
middle
hold.
of a move.
Yeah, let's hold position.
You can?
Bridge nav.
Okay.
And it's okay with you, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely, Erica.
That'd
Hold
be great.
position. Thank you.
Okay,
Just-
I think that you'll be okay, and Marcus can maybe spin around.
Yep.
But we'll see. There might be a bit of sway, and we can.
Yep.
I don't want to. I don't think I need to back up, but maybe I should. 285. Reciprocal is 105. I'll just back up a little.
I'm going to spin around anyway, so I think the current's blowing that way. Maybe. Think we're moving that fast.
Yeah. The 0.5 is deceiving, right? Once it gets going, it's not really like stop and smell the flowers too much.
Oh, that's frustrating.
All right, I'm going to back up maybe 20 meters. It's hard to say how far you are out.
Yeah, it was interesting when we published one of the models for seep succession in
Yeah.
New Zealand. We had massive error bars on how long it takes to get to a stage with carbonates and corals, and the reviewers of the paper said, well, we don't really have a better number, but we're not sure your numbers are right either.
Yeah.
So you can
This'll do
probably,
for now.
yeah, and we're like, we agree. We're not sure about our numbers either, but that's why we left it essentially an order of magnitude, thousands of years.
Wow.
So Michael, he's right below, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, so.
All right.
Comfortable with that, or you want me to back up?
Yeah, good with that. So
Okay.
still swinging, probably.
Probably, yeah.
So Erica, is it the one just to the right of the beams now? Is that the orangish pinkish one that you wanted? And then the white one is to the left of the beams?
I am not seeing any of the orange bushy ones, just the white at the
Okay.
moment.
So any of these will be good?
Any of those would be good. I was kind of hoping to get them both near each other, but
Oh,
We can look
just
around.
a white one's fine for now. Yeah. No, this is fine. Let's go ahead and get one.
Okay, the orange one might be just behind the vehicle right now.
I think that was a Pathies.
Okay.
Yes.
That might
Yeah,
be it.
that was
To the
couple-
Yeah, what's that one on the
Chrysopathes,
left?
to the right of the lasers, and then it's back in the darkness, but that looks like maybe Chrysopathes.
On the left, you're saying?
Nope. Nope, to the right of the lasers, and now just above them. See that? It's coming into view. To the right of the lasers.
Oh, yeah,
directly.
yeah. I think
that
you.
looks like Chrysopathes, maybe.
Yeah. So that's the white and the orange. Maybe we can
Awesome.
grab a snip of each of those.
Great. We're getting a visitor.
Which
from
one are you
Matt.
calling the orange?
That's an interesting angle, that
I think
grenadier.
it's that one now.
Roger it a little
Yeah, I
bit.
wish we could tell straight.
Yeah,
I don't
orange
think
and
it's
then
working.
white.
Nope. Yeah, you see the two
It's-
right below the lasers?
Yeah, Roger.
Right below the lasers. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have my pointer. Somebody
Coming
just
around for find a clear place to approach without.
And how much of each of these do we want, Erica?
Just a little, 4 to 6 inch snip would be great.
Cool.
The orange guy is the one closest to the vehicle now.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Yep.
That one and one of the snip of the white in front. So one of each, please.
No, no, no. Oh, Rennie. Now you're just gonna be pointing at all kinds of stuff.
He uses that to beat the pilots occasionally.
Yeah. If they're misbehaving.
Surprised it's an actual like long stick and not like a laser pointer.
Laser pointers don't work on these screens. They're anti-glare screens. That manipulator's still on holiday there. Um, 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 um. These are going to wind up in the starboard box in the small.
Yeah.
Oh, carve it.
Have you gotten a frame capture of this?
Yeah, I have
It's quite beautiful.
gotten a lot of them.
It's the beautiful push cores on the left, some corals
Yeah.
get in the way of the shot of the mud.
All right. So
You want to zoom in there, Marley? Zoom in on the white one first. And I don't know if we'll get the orange guy.
Might be able to see Herc if you tilt down and turn around 180, but
What's that?
so Argus might be able to see Herc if you tilt
Do you
down
wanna-
and turn around 180, but it's not.
yeah,
working.
thanks, Marley. Zoom a little more.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you guys want a full zoom. Okay.
Might as well.
Pull up zoom.
Cool. Got that.
Looks like a painting.
Yeah, it does. Looks like a puzzle I'd give up on after a solid 10 minutes.
Which sample number is this going to be?
This is going to be 70.
I'd have to change the angle to get a close zoom on the orange one if you want it.
If it's possible. Do we need a close zoom?
It is possible. It's easy to do.
Okay.
I'm a little close to it anyways.
If we see a tanner crab near a clam bed that we sample, maybe let's grab it. Or no, we already got that. We already have evidence of tanner crabs using.
You can try a zoom in there. I don't know if I changed it enough. It's starting to blow stuff around. That's probably all you get there.
Simmer down.
It's very cool to have all three of these species of black corals growing in such close proximity to each other.
Yeah. Which is the one that we don't know, and which is the chrysopathes?
That's a good question. I don't know. In looking at them now,
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Okay.
I would have
They'll
to
just
go
be
to
called
a
black coral.
guidebook and yeah.
Okay, cool. Do we want to
Just
go ahead
to
and
be
sample?
safe.
What's that?
Let's start with the orange guy.
Sure. Got my spastic manipulator out here.
All right, and we just want to clip part of it.
Roger. You can zoom back in a bit there.
Maybe like a 10-ish, 10 to 15-ish centimeter section.
Copy.
So orange is going to be 70 and white will be 71.
Correct.
Thank you.
Something about like that.
Yeah, the
Perfect.
bottom of the nip is enough, right, Erica?
Yep.
Cool. Why do I feel like more is going to want to come with?
Yeah, these
Yeah,
guys are,
black corals can be tough.
Yeah.
yeah.
Try not to rip the whole thing out. I did this one time. We were only allowed to take 10 centimeters and this 1,000-year-old coral on the side of a cliff, and the whole thing,
Oh no.
the control room was complete pandemonium.
Uh-huh.
That's the manipulator spazzing. So.
All right, well,
there you
it's
go.
all coming then, I guess.
Well, we got a good sample of it.
Yep. And we have seen
Ready?
it wasn't the only one there,
Yep.
so I think we're okay.
Yep.
You want to disable the starboard vert?
Copy.
Okay, let's go byway with that. Starboard, sorry.
Roger. Yeah, you can disable starboard vert. Yeah, that thing we pulled off the cliff was like the size of a small Christmas tree. And
Oh no.
You ready?
yeah, let's give a bump out. See if we're gonna hit the other guy there. Should be okay. Yeah, another bump. Go ahead. See what happens. All right. One more. That's the starboard vert disabled, is it?
Starboard vert disabled.
Yeah, so I have this. This is what I was playing with on the way down, and why are you doing this to me now?
Oh, wow.
Can't get there.
Andrew, I will not include these on our sample sheet, right? Okay.
Correct, yeah. These are just gonna go on to the greater collection sample sheet.
Yes.
Sorry, kids, it's not happening for the starboard box.
Okay. Forward it is then. If it's
Forward it is.
It's not working, you said?
Oh, wait, maybe it's gonna change its mind. It's definitely got a mind of its own at the moment. You gotta love an intermittent issue.
The MNIPS decided it only turns left.
And at the moment, it's not turning anywhere.
There it is.
No, so yeah,
If it's not working out, we can go forward.
it's not happening.
Okay. Forward
Sorry.
A.
No need for a sample salvo anymore. You can close that box and turn the vert back on. I played with that for half an hour on the way down and thought we had it
Yeah.
sorted. Apparently it didn't do much good. Okay, you can open the front porch.
Erica, is it possible for both of those corals to go in the same basket box?
All right. A, please.
I would say to separate them, but if we're not going to have access to that starboard box, I would hate to take up the space for your stuff. So
Is it
go
a
ahead
big,
and stick them together.
Okay.
Can we do the other A?
It's in this one.
Nope. All right. It's in B. 7-0. Is it a big deal if other things go in with it later on, Erica, that are not coral?
It is not for us.
Cool.
So I'm just want to double check with Andrew that it won't.
Yeah, I think my feeling would be to keep the other one separate because mostly I wouldn't want to put a whole bunch of sediment and things on top of the corals. I think that would be worse than the two coral species next to each other.
Okay.
Okay.
Close.
But at the same time, it sounds like we won't have access to anything to the cores or the scoop in the starboard box. Is that correct? Or
It
at least
depends on how patient you are for us to play with it. It's an intermittent issue, so on the way down it wasn't working, then it worked, then it didn't work, then it worked, and then it worked reliably 3 times in a row, and for me that's usually good. But as you can see, it's got an issue there that we need to give it some love, and we're gonna move a little closer here.
It always reminds me of they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing twice and expecting a different outcome, and those people have clearly never dealt with scientific equipment. Or maybe that says something about all of us, one way or the other.
That's
No, insanity is doing it over and over and getting a different result every time and not knowing why.
That's why they call them bad scientists.
Yeah.
is why it's called occasionally bad science too.
We lost that.
Okay, video, you can zoom in there. Yeah, I don't know if they're still playing with the telestrator or not. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Oh yeah, why we can't.
It's because we
I
went
think
from
it
sample
only works
salvo,
up
then
on the top, right?
we went from sample
right.
salvo, then we went back to.
Yeah, you'll have to
Just having fun with it now.
switch it back in.
Yeah.
So
I've been
do we
having
think
fun
we'll be able to clip this one? Or should we
gonna-
go for a smaller one?
We're gonna
if we
try.
think- Okay.
There is a possibility that the manipulator can go on holiday again, and
How do we feel about that, Erica?
If we think that it's the potential's there to rip the whole thing off the rock, I would prefer to go for a smaller one. But if we
Yeah,
think you can
can
get
do.
that
Is
branch,
that one right in
then
the background, a smaller one? I can't.
that one, or
Oh.
there's also one to the left,
To the left.
right in front of the core there. You can just see the tip of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Right here.
perfect.
Do you think the bigger one would be more brittle, more apt to break?
Since it's bigger, I would hate to rip that one off the rock entirely. And I would feel less bad about ripping a smaller one off the rock entirely.
All right.
It's not like the wolf getting the older, bigger one out of the herd so the younger ones can take over. That's me rationalizing there.
We just pluck that little bitty one right out.
Yep, just the smallest one to the left there would be awesome.
Yeah, the way this thing is behaving, I'm happy we just get a sample. So.
Also a tube worm off in the foreground there.
Yeah.
You drift in.
You did, we do have both verts online, right?
That is a firm.
Change our head a little. You can zoom in there, Marley. So it's good. I can take the whole thing there. Is that what you're saying?
Roger.
Yeah, that one's pretty small.
We might be able to get the substrate that it's on. So I don't know if they're,
Do we want that or do we not care?
Do not care.
I wonder if they're both on the same one.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Really? Let's- Oh, come on. Yeah, that's all operator error there. It's arms working perfectly. Try a different angle where I can actually see what I'm doing.
wow. It really does not want to come with.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the grab down in the bottom of the jaws where there's no fingers, but the fingers are in the way. Might be just easier to grab the rock.
Just shake it off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not really what we don't want that mess in the box, do you?
Nope.
No, not
Can you
that
zoom
much.
out video? Thank you.
Oh, there's his. Can you like scrape it off against the porch or something?
What's that?
Kind of scrape it off the porch or something?
I think it's this one. It's a rock. Oh, there's two rocks there.
Mm-hmm.
Little rock's actually kind of nice for us too, so it's not all bad.
Yeah.
Maybe not all that rock.
I didn't really mean to get two rocks.
Trying to break one off.
So if I set it down, it's may or may not pick it back up. I can try. Now let me see what's going on here.
You put it on the porch?
Well, we'll be able to pick it back up. Says a win.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Immediately. Look at
Nice.
that. Cool. All right, so that'll be forward B with the other one. We decided, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Will the rock in there be a problem?
Now
Or
zoom
that
in
Should
there
not be
video.
a problem.
Black corals are pretty robust.
That's good.
And then we'll also take a chunk of that rock for analysis.
Okay, I will then maybe throw this
What
sample.
are you doing,
in.
Michael?
I thought you said bring it out.
Oh, no, I said zoom in.
Oh.
Go ahead. No, no,
No,
no, you're on
maybe,
your way
yeah.
out.
Okay, I'll bring it out now.
Is that all the way out?
It's all the way out.
Roger. So we decided the rock to hold the black coral down. Is that right?
That's
Yep.
going to be with the other, yeah.
Roger. Sorry, the carbonate, as I was corrected on a previous cruise. Is that right?
What was that?
The previous cruise I was told they're not rocks, it's a carbonate. And
Oh.
I said, well, isn't a carbonate a rock? I was completely confused. And
I think my response to that would be, isn't carbonate a rock? Did they feel
okay, you can close.
All right.
Did they not consider carbonate rocks, or were you just not being
I
specific enough for them?
That's what I remember, but it's been a while since I was. Yeah, apparently I wasn't being specific enough.
Okay. Just off at the very top of the screen, there's a little tube worm. I was wondering if we can see if that's alive.
You want to zoom in? I'm not sure where he is.
All right, that was
Right there.
that was sample
That was great.
sample 71.
71, 70 and 71.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
in the same spot.
Ah, thing is shocking me.
Oh, that's that issue coming back?
What?
That has happened in the past.
Yeah,
It's been a while though.
like last year.
Yeah.
What am I zooming on, guys? Or are we zooming on something?
You zoom in on that
On the worm.
worm, this curly Q. Right there.
Rennie, get out of here.
Thank you, Professor Kane.
With the cane.
With the cane.
You guys you don't know how long I've missed this thing.
Okay, so
Does appear to be. I can get closer if you want.
Can we
Does-
pan to the right?
No, I can move the vehicle to the right a little.
Do you want more, Andrew, or
no, that's okay.
Okay.
Keep going.
onward then?
Oh, I gotta.
Craft arms moving.
You can zoom in again. I gotta turn this thing off. I gotta swing it out and turn it off where it spazzes out. Can you show me the spastic manip and bubble cam, please?
Yeah, I don't think that worm's alive.
No.
Okay.
Curious what this looks like over here.
Chris
We're so
Little,
close.
Should be centered for full zoom there. Or not. Is that full zoom?
That's full zoom.
What is
Wormy
that
worm.
thing to the right there? That purple thing just out of.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Is
Looks
that
like
a-
a little shrimp.
it's a snail.
Is this
Oh,
snail?
it's a snail?
The
Gastropod?
snail.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just the.
Interesting.
I didn't even
Is it
see
a-
the shell.
Bathybendix.
He's
Daffy.
cruising.
Who?
Okay, so Andrew, what's your thought for navigation from here?
I'd like to keep on going towards the J_2 site, please.
Roger that. So you'll have some leash to get a little bit further on our way.
Yeah, so Chris Little answered the question about the carbonates. So carbonates can either be rocks or they could also be sand.
Ah,
So a carbonate rock is a good answer, or